quickest, 17.644. Johnny Bangs third, 17.682. Tom Sherby at 17.723. And Jim Halsworth at 17.740. Steve Davis, Peyton Talbot, Danny Buckafuska, Matt Peck, and Joe Brown were the 10 quickest for the 602 Sportsman. Again, an invitational race based on purchases made with Precision Hydraulic and Oil and Joe Infante. And so we have, I believe, 22 was the number of cars eligible and entering tonight.
They said 4.
So now making their way out onto the speedway, I've got word we've got 40 Capital Renegade United Racing Club sprint cars signed in at the gate tonight. And with that, I will turn it over to Jeff Allen to introduce those 40 sprint cars in action tonight.
All right, thanks, Chris, and good to see Bill and Chris and be with them today. Thank you to all of you.
It's good to see me, not Bill.
What's wrong with Bill?
Look at him. I'm just kidding, Bill. You're cute.
I'm telling you, you're going to get yourself in trouble, son. How would you like to go home and tell your mother that the old man just beat you to death?
Well, my mother's sitting right next to you, so you can tell her.
Oops. Maybe I'm in trouble. I don't know.
All right, Bill, let's stop interrupting Jeff.
Let's go racing.
All right, thanks, guys. All right, rolling out for the second consecutive night, the Absolute Control Dog Training presentation of the Capital Renegade URC Sprint Cars for day 2 of the Midge Miller Memorial Classic, part of High Banks Classic weekend here. Driving in the number 63, he is out of Mertztown, Pennsylvania, one of the point title contenders in the European Automotive Victory Auto Class. Number 63, that's Josh Weller. Driving in the number 45, he's out of Ontario, New York, the Wilkins Recreational Vehicles number 45. That's the Cobra, Chuck Hebing. Driving the number 55, heading down into turn number 1, will be Dominic Miller. He's out of Warrington, Pennsylvania, in the Glendale Labradors number 55. And driving in the Selinsgrove Ford, number 35, will be Jason Schultz. Jason Schultz in the number 35. Another number 55 coming down the front straightaway here will be Dallas Schott. He's out of Myerstown, the KR Perry Trucking number 55, one of the top 5 drivers in URC Series points in his rookie season. And the TAM Enterprises number 10, he's out of Goshen, New York, Joe Cotta. Joe Cotta driving the number 10. And good to see him back. He has a backup car. He got upside down last night in the Parks Automotive number 11A, Austin Bishop. Parks Auto Repair and Towing number 11A. He's out of Elverson, Pennsylvania. Driving the Pabst Blue Ribbon number 5W, Lucas Wolf. Lucas with a top 10 finish last night. He's out of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. And going to turn number 1, driving in the All-Star Performance number 10 out of Marcellus, New York, is Paulie Colagiovanni. Driving car number 46 coming down the straightaway here out of Burlington, Ontario, in the 46 group, number 46, Ryan Conium. Lucas Wolf having some problems here. Lucas had a 6th place finish last night in the 5W. He's heading off the racetrack. First of 4 hot lap sessions. Last night, 43 sprint cars were here. Tonight, 40. A couple of them had engine issues after yesterday. A couple of them got upside down. One was able to make repairs. One was not. Lucas Wolf looked like he was going to head to the pits, but he decided to come back on the track and stay out. But now he's got mechanical issues, a little smoke coming out of the 5W. Checker flag has fallen in group number 1. Hey, don't forget about your souvenir program, the Bridgeport Bullet. They are available out at the main entrance to the grandstand area. Pick up a copy. Bridgeport Bullet, a special final event of the season special edition. URC High Banks Classic and Danny Serrano 100 special edition. They also have the all-time modified feature winners listed inside. A racing recap from the last event, which was the Danny Serrano 100 weekend. 3 days of racing were held that weekend. All the races were in the record book except the Danny Serrano 100. The final 2020 point standings for our Foley Cat Modified, South Jersey Overhead Door Sportsman, Sunbelt Rental Street Stocks, plus our Hyper Racing Evo Injection 600 Micro Sprints, the 270s, the EA's Auto Repair Rookies, and the All-Star Slingshots. All sorts of great information inside. The complete seasonal listing of the racing results from all the events we held this year. Tons of photographs, action photos, color photos in the centerfold, color photos on inside, outside, front, and back cover. Make sure you pick up a copy of the Bridgeport Bullet Racing Magazine, available at the main entrance to the grandstand area. Don't forget the souvenir stand is open. They've got some great t-shirts for Bridgeport Motorsports Park and this weekend's racing activities. Make sure you check out the latest racewear here at the Speedway. No panic, Davey Franick, the number 28F, coming out on the racetrack. He's out of Wantage, New Jersey in the 28F. In the Franick Auto Sales Rapid Tire number 28F. Number 4, Wade Prentice. He's out of Campton Hollow, New Hampshire, driving car number 4. The Sweets Logging and Land Clearing number 4, Wade Prentice from New Hampshire in the number 4, going down the back straightaway. The number 3 right ahead of him, out of Lowville, New York, that's Danny Peebles, the Tioga Construction number 3. Here in the front straightaway, driving car number 23 out of Harrisburg, Justin Foster. He's in the United Rentals number 23. Driving in the Valley Forge Incorporated, Bill Gallagher, number 5G, making his second career winged sprint car start out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, Briggs Danner. Briggs, one of the up-and-coming stars in modified racing, driving the GEI Enterprises Valley Forge Incorporated number 5G. Driving in the number 14B, that's Brett Wright out of East Chatham, New York, the Wright Motorsports number 14B. Driving the Dellingers Auto Body number 77, heading down into turn 1 out of Mechanicsburg, Derek Locke. 13S, heading down the front straightaway out of Exton, that's John Stewart, and Stewart Carpeting number 13S. Out of New Milford, Connecticut, the 42, Jesse Pruchnick in the 42. And also out there driving in the 00 will be Jeff Rohrbaugh. Jeff out of York in the Doug Barnes Drywall 00. Well, after 2 of the 4 sessions, Paulie Colagiovanni has the quickest time. He's turned a lap at 13.882. Lucas Wolf, despite the mechanical issue, second quickest at 14.058. Josh Weller, 14.079. Joe Cotta at 14.084. And Austin Bishop at 14.199. Next group moving out on the racetrack, led by the number 5 out of Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, the CMB Chubby number 5, Tyler Ross. Behind him, out of Pipersville, Pennsylvania, driving the Carber's Lawn Care 8C, that will be Brian Carber. Behind him, driving out of Wayne, New Jersey, he is in the Swim More Pools Heating and Spa, Swim More Pools and Spas number 77Z, Craig Pellegrini. 32 moving out there. Kyle Smith moving down here out of Great Barrington, Massachusetts, the Rapid Tire, number 32, Kyle Smith. Also coming out on the back straightaway, driving the Eldrith Construction number 25, out of Middletown, Delaware, J.J. Grasso. Also driving the Redota Trucking and Excavating number 20 out of Collegeville, Alex Bright. The Quality Auto Body number 89 out of Burlington, New Jersey, Robbie Stillwagon, former URC Series champion. Driving out of Garnet Valley, Pennsylvania, the number 9S, Rick Steef. Troy Betts in the Betts Garage, B&G Truck and Trailer number 22. Tim Tanner Jr., the Champion Tire, Tanner Dairy Stores number 18, out of Jameson, Pennsylvania. J.R. Barry out there in the Lelands.com 74. He is out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. Rick Steef in the All Seasons Glass Tinting number 9S out of Garnet Valley, Pennsylvania. One more sprint car group right now. Paulie Colagiovanni is still the quickest. Robbie Stillwagon, Lucas Wolf, Josh Weller, and Joe Cutta, the top 5. Don't forget our concessions are open behind the grandstand if you'd like something to eat or drink. They have made to order food, including the Brady Burger. Brady Burger is a loaded burger. You can get everything on it. The menu is listed on the board there right at the concession stand. Soft drinks available, bottled water. Stop by, check out the great selection of food at the concession stand. Again, J.J. Grasso, the Eldrith Construction 25 out of Middletown, Delaware. One of your point title chasers, the series chasers out of Ben Salem, the RNS Site Work Contracting 47, Adam Carberry. '61 moving out, Will Hull, H-U-L-L, Will Hull out of East Montpelier, Vermont. The Dave's Plumbing and Heating number 61. We got Vermont, New Hampshire, Ontario, Canada. Great representation here from the Northeast in the sprint car ranks today. 32E, Dale Eggert out of Tuckerton, New Jersey, the Dockside Cafe and Marina 32. 18J, RJ Jacobs in the Sugar Creek Cartage DAC Vitamins and Minerals number 18J. Randy Jacobs, the 18J out of Dover, Ohio. Driving in the Reifenberg Construction, number 90 out of Stephentown, New York, Matt Tanner. Quality Auto Body number 11 out of Burlington, New Jersey is Ryan Stillwagon. Driving the Chips Auto Center number 7 out of Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, Ed Aiken. Also out there driving in the 10X. That is the Specialty Rigging 10X out of Kunkletown, Pennsylvania, Ryan Smith. Ryan, one of the top finishers in last night's program. Last night's winner driving in the M1 out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania. That's the Richmar Florist Racing number M1, Mark Smith. Last night's winner. Well, after the final set, Paulie Colagiovanni holds on to the fastest lap at 13.892, but Mark Smith grabs second quickest at 13.974. Third was Robbie Stillwagon at 14.042, Lucas Wolf at 14.058, Josh Weller at 14.079, then Joe Cotta, Austin Bishop, Adam Carberry, Ryan Smith, and Kyle Smith, the top 10 quickest in hot laps. If you were with us last night, the M1 Mark Smith started last. Of course, URC draws for their heat race starting assignments. He started 9th and last in his heat race, finished 2nd, set himself up in the redraw for the 4th place starting spot, and went on to a win after an early race battle with Ryan Taylor. And Mark Smith, what a performance in his qualifier last night. Last night, 43 cars. We had 5 qualifying heats tonight. 40 cars. They're going to go with 4 qualifying heats tonight, a C main and a B main. That is the format tonight. Last night we had 5 heats and 2 B mains. Tonight, slightly different format with 3 less cars. They're going to go with 4 qualifying heats with 10 in each. They'll do a C main and a B main for the Capital Renegade URC Sprint Cars, presented tonight by Absolute Control Dog Training. We thank them for being the sponsor of the URC Sprints here on our High Banks Classic weekend and tonight's Danny Serrano 100 on Wildcard weekend, presented by John Blewett Incorporated. All right, Chris, here come the modifieds as they prepare for today's 100.
Foley Cab modifieds rolling out onto the speedway. We do have the Danny Serrano 100 makeup. We've also got 2 timed warm-ups for tomorrow. The top timer in each session will lock into the redraw for tomorrow's 50 laps, $7,000 to win with the gambler's fee. It's $5,000 regularly, $7,000 if they post the gambler's fee. And so we will have 2 drivers lock into the redraw for tomorrow's 50-lap main event for the modifieds. First out onto the speedway, the Skunktown Distillery number 61, Justin Grimm, a regular at the Grandview Speedway. Right behind him out of Stewartsville, New Jersey, in the East Valley Trucking, number 44 is Gary Hager. Jared Umbenhauer out of Richland, Pennsylvania, the Millville Glass and Door, number 1H out of Richland, Pennsylvania. Dean Conk in the 115 out of New Egypt, New Jersey. John McClellan in the Sod Farms, number 44, right next to him, the Rollins Auto Body, number 6. John Willman. Mikey Franz in the Franz Garage, Chicani's Pizza, number 2. Dylan Stoyer in the Zubies Racing, number 17. Ryan Simmons in the Elegant Exteriors, number 20. Neil Williams in the Tucko Turf Farm, South Jersey Overhead Door, number 0. Tommy Beamer, the Thornton's Auto Repair, Beamer Enterprises, number 31, out of Wrightstown, New Jersey. Those are the cars out here, session number 1 for the Foley Cat Modifieds.
Next group of modifieds rolling out, the Adirondack Auto. Tony Monaco Landscaping 35, Albany Saratoga champion Mike Mahaney. Behind him, driving the Ronaldo's Mechanical 401 is Frank Cozy out of Wind Gap, Pennsylvania. Behind him, driving in the Design for Vision Sunglass Central 414, Roger Manning. Roger Manning in the 414 track regular. And another track regular driving the Dan Sommeling Ascona Tile and Flooring. Number 51, the Danny's Pizza Pizzazz Express, Richie Pratt Jr. out of Sewell.
Behind him out of Johnstown, New York, in the Jeremy Smith Racing, number 98, Rocky Warner. Here at Bridgeport for the first time in a few years. Last time he was here, he was in a crate car. And I believe, Jeff, he was here for this exact weekend.
Yes, he was. Driving the Colarusso and Son number 74 will be J.R. Hefner. The Gary Septic Service number 32, New Egypt champ Danny Buck. Behind him, the Izzy Rigging and Trucking number 3 from White House Station is Sammy Martz. The Active Disposal Ace Materials number 6 is Matt Stengel. Also out there, the I.G. Burton Dealerships, L&W Insurance number 30, Joseph Watson. And the Area Auto Racing News, Pioneer Pole Building 747 of Davey Sammons. Flying Squirrel Rocky Warner having some problems over there, rolling to a stop. They'll go out and assist him. This hot lap session is over. Rocky was last year's track champion at Fonda Speedway. First modified championship. Of course, he had a stellar career on the 602 Sportsman. Then picked up a modified championship last season. Next group moving out.
Well, I was just going to say, Rocky was also pretty good in the Pro Stock division that they have up there as well. He won a couple of championships in the Pro Stock division, so he has certainly climbed the ladder, as you would say. Next session, rolling out the Flying Farmer in the Kane Excavating. Michael Dow Electric, number 51M, out of Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Wade Hendrickson. Right behind him, the All-County Garage Door, number 5B, Brett Ballard. The Quaker Shaker, the Blinderman and Son Recycling, Touch of Green Landscaping. Gary Hermanone, number 7, out of Hellertown, Pennsylvania. Rick Laubach. The John Blewett Incorporated, number 76, Showtime, Jimmy Blewett. Right behind him, the Halmar International, number 43, the sensational one, Jimmy Horton. The All-Fab Fabrication, Weak Neck Archery, number 126, the Glenn Heineman owned race car out of Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania. The Bechtelsville Bullet, Jeff Strunk. The Sweetwater Marina and River Deck, Belmont's Garage, number 9, Joe Toth. Right behind him, moving up from the Sportsman division here at the Bridgeport Motorsports Park, the Keen Compressed Gases, Elite Welder Training and Testing, number 31, Jim Gallagher Jr. Right behind him, the array of monograms, Roberts Motors, number Z14, Ron Roberts out of Newport, Delaware. Behind him out of Brisbane, Australia, the Ryder Incorporated, Arbonne, number 21A, the Batman, Peter Britton. And the final car on the Speedway here for session number 3, the CIL Underground, number 118, Jim Britt. Those are the cars out for session number 3 for the Foley Cap Modifieds. Neil Williams, 16.492, the time to beat. Well, Neil Williams still quickest at 16.492. Jimmy Blewett to second at 16.541. Sammy Marks was third quickest at 16.682. Frank Cozy at 16.690. And Jim Britt at 16.726. That's the top 5 so far. Jimmy Horton, Wade Hendrickson, John McClellan, Dylan Stoyer, and Tommy Beamer. The top 10 so far. We've got one more session for the modifieds.
Next group rolling out, the Grosso Homes York Fence 32. Brandon Grosso out of Belmee, New Jersey. Behind him, the Discount Towing number 2 out of Sayreville, Dominic Buffalito. Next in line, driving out of Ringo's, New Jersey, the number 26, the Ringo's Rocket, Ryan Godown. And behind him, Ryan, a 3-time winner here this season. Behind him, one of the top 5 point finishers here this year, driving in the Stankiewicz Roofing number 84Y out of Cummington Township, Pennsylvania. That's Alex Yankowski. On the track, driving the K&A Excavating Pioneer Pole Buildings, number 1, the track champion this season here at Bridgeport. The Husqvarna Bishales number 1, Billy Pouch out of Frenchtown. Driving in the Joel's Auto Technology number 19 out of Milford, New Jersey. That is the kid's kid, Billy Pouch Jr. Driving the Amwell Auto Body, Fiorino & Sons Contracting 29, Ryan Cratchin out of Branchburg, New Jersey. The Snyder & Sons, Danner Paving 78 out of Allentown, Briggs Danner. Four-time modified champion here, driving in the Array of Monograms Roberts Motors, number 14W, fly-in Ryan Watt, and driving the TNT Repairs, number T3, driving out of Boyertown, Tommy Sheets. Neil the Wheel, Neil Williams still is the quickest at 16.492. Jimmy Blewett, Dominic Buffalino, Sam Martz, Frank Cozy, fifth quickest. Jim Britt, Jimmy Horton, then Wade Hendrickson.